Hello coders, good afternoon, happy Easter. I hope everybody's doing well. A little bit early today by about 10 minutes. It's basically because I would like to configure my machine because I haven't done that yet. So also we're gonna end the show earlier than normal because I want to chill out and have some beers later on. So with that being said, let's get into the code. And what do I need to do? Yes, I need to configure this. That's what we need to do. Make sure things are running. I'm looking for Selenium. No, it's not. Okay, and also I am going to I need to pull up some code. So today what we're going to do, everything's a bit unorganized today. What we're going to do is build some data fixtures for the billing section that I've been working on. I'll explain more in a minute. I'm just going to hop over to my laptop and just push some code up. Bear with me a second. Okay, that's being pushed up now. So hopefully, sweet. Okay, let's bring that down. Okay, so we should be able to do. This is everything I did yesterday. Yesterday and Friday. Bunch of stuff. Okay, so. Some bits around the security, bits around order management stuff. I've also created a manager bag as well, and some database bits and pieces. So what I'm working on is the billing section. Is the billing section, because this is what we're doing for Q2, is to have a means for people to subscribe to the site, and over either a monthly or a yearly or even a free account. And I would like people to log in and see previous bills of their previous subscriptions. There'll be Stripe integration, but we're not there yet, but we'll get to that soon. So what I would like to do is build some fixtures that sort of mimic a bunch of accounts that have already signed up and subscribed and have been subscribed for a few months or a few years, because that's what I'm going to be using to test with. So that's where we're at. I guess one thing I should do, I think we're okay because everything's green. Yep. One thing we should do is, let's just run make tests.mo. We won't go through all the acceptance tests. We'll just cover all the way up to the integrations. So fingers crossed, everything should be okay. However, actually, thinking about this, I probably need to do make db test rebuild, because we do have a new dump file. And I'm interested in how many Easter eggs have people already eaten today. 72 queries, boom. What I've also done is I've rolled up the migrations as well. So there's only a few migration files now, which is great, because they were getting a bit unwieldy. Sweet. Okay, so that looks good. So let's do make tests. And then yeah. So what I want to do at the today cool, I remembered that shortcut key. In data fixtures, I would like to create like an order fixture, something in here which will then sort of feed off of the user fixtures. What I did yesterday was I created this fixture here called so I scroll, create subscription, which creates the order, creates the subscription, and sort of has start and end stuff, which is fine. I basically want to split this out. Ideally, I want to do that. So you can see that we've got subscription stuff here, which is okay, but I want to split this out into its own fixture because people will have multiple orders if they've been subscribed for multiple months, whereas you can't really do it easily here, and this is getting quite big. So how are we doing with everything? That's all good. So we've done PHP Stan, we've done what's this? PHP CS, so that's all good. Mapping files are great. Database schema is up to date, and we're running through the units. Good job, good stuff. Okay, so they're all green. I just want to get through the acceptance. I just want to get through the integrations. We won't worry about acceptance at this stage. I do have a cloud filter. This is a new little toy that I got. So I'm hoping the sound of my voice sounds a little bit cleaner and doesn't clip. I don't know. Looking at the lights, I can't see clipping, which is good. And hopefully it sounds okay with the music as well. Everything sort of levels are correct, I hope. Who knows? Okay, cool. So that looks like it's going through. Yeah, that's all good. We're now moving to the accept. I'm gonna skip this. I'm gonna skip all this. We don't need to go through 33 acceptance tests. That's all I need to know. That we're good. Okay, so let's start this, shall we? I'm going to create. Well, what should I do? Maybe I should copy this, paste it in, call this order fixtures. Order some. Let's call it as it is. Order summary, because that's the name of the entity. Okay, so we don't need any of this jazz. We do need that. We have an array of users, which will be an array of order summaries. And it's in the load. So this will be for each order summaries as data. Let's just kill all of this stuff because we don't need this yet. Okay, so the dependencies will be subscription plan. Yeah. Okay, subscription plan, but also user fixtures, I believe. Yeah. Okay, so these two need to happen first. Okay. So we don't worry about the constructor, I don't think. Off it goes. Off it goes. Alright. Whoops. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna set this up by having user, and then we're gonna have I think let's do item. Order item. There we go. And that will be an array. Of stuff. Now the user, we come down here, the user would be just drag this down. I'm looking for, here we go, add reference. So it's based on the email. That's fine. Just copy that over. So this will be the reference of the user. Okay. Whoopsie, get rid of that. Okay, now that will be the email, right? So the email, I think what's probably best is if I was to split this up. Let's put this into split view. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of it. That. Don't need that. Right. So I'm looking for email addresses. So we won't worry about that one. This is the. Let's do the free user first. Yeah. All right. Okay, so obviously this is free. So we're also going to need I could probably dupe a lot of this, to be fair. This is what I'm after. Nope, not that. Create subscription. Yeah. Alright, so we have the order summary. You have the status. So that's order item. Then we have so the status is going to be actually that we'll have that as active. Is true. That'll be order items with multiple order items. Okay, so we've got the status is true, customer, that's the user, then we've got the order summary, which that's set up. Now underneath this we have the subscription itself with the start date and the end date. The start date, hello! Hello, end of function 0. Thank you for following today. And may I ask, how many Easter eggs have you eaten today? How many Easter eggs have you eaten? Fess up. I've had too much food today. Love it. Okay, user active. So I would like start date on here. So this is the subscription. Oh, you haven't eaten anything, just chocolate bunnies. Oh, well, they don't count. Oh, I do like a chocolate bunny. Are they the Malteser ones? Because they're lush. Or is it a big old chocolate bunny? Awesome, awesome. Current subscription order. Right, so this thing needs to be I'm gonna have type is equal to subscription. Am I overcomplicating this? Yes, I am overcomplicating this. There's no need for any of this. I can just do subscription. Subscriptions. There we go. Multiple subscriptions. It basically gonna be right. Okay, so this one will be start date, which will be something, and then you've got end date, which again will be something. All right, so period start, period end. Then we have the price, right? Okay, so that's good. I think that kind of covers it. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. So this is, I'm just setting up fixtures at the moment. So I can alter these things for the database and play around with the data. So subscription, okay, price. That's going to be a price reference. Okay, so let's say this was how do I? There we go. Subscription plan. Subscription plan. Where does that get set? Subscription plan is a reference of subscription plan. So we should put this in here too. So we'll do plan, and that's a reference of subscription plan. Whoops. No, that's not the right one. Still getting used to this keyboard. Okay, so let's see what that's called. Oops, sorry. Subscription plan. Monthly, yearly, or free. And what did I set the reference as? Strata lower, internal name. Okay, so this one then will be, as it's a free user, we'll do free. Okay. So the start date, what should we have this one as? Let's do the first. 01 01 21. Now these free users are basically on a monthly rolling plan, so we'll do he says whilst trying to. How many days was there in January? Let me see. 31. Thank you. 31. So, well, actually, what we could do, to be fair, as it's only monthly, we could just do 01, 0. Let's keep it simple. There we go. Ta-da. Okay, so we've got to deal with the price as well, as it's free. Now, this is where things start getting a little bit confusing because it's a free thing. I need a free price. So if we go to price fixtures, we have, these are the fixtures that we've got. That's the free one. Do I set this as, no I don't. So that's what we need to do. we need to set, oh no, we do have a reference, sorry, beg your pardon. We do have a reference, there we go, RRP of price, that's fine. So that would be therefore this thing, 0, I think. Is that right? Price fixture, and then that would be 0. 0 would be the free one up here. Awesome, that makes a lot of sense. Cool. Okay. Okay, so that's the first subscription. Let's say this person's done it for 3 months. So we'll do that one and that one. So that's 01 to 02. This will be 02, 01, sorry, 02 to 03. And this one here is 01 to 0, oh sorry, 03, beg your pardon, to 04. I could probably do some clever tricks around this. Depends on how granular I want to get with this. I think that's fine. I'm gonna change this. Yeah. I'm gonna change this to be free subscriptions, because we'll do another one. Oh, damn it. Free subscriptions, because we'll do another one that is monthly subscriptions, and another one which is yearly subscription. I think that's probably the best thing to do. Okay, why is that screwing up? There we go. Why is that over there? Alright. Cool. Okay, so we're looping over the order summaries, and we've got the data. So what we're going to do... Whoops, Magic Mouse has gone nuts. That's annoying. Right, what we're going to do is loop over each one of these things and build them. So first up, we need to find the user based on the reference that we've supplied, which is this one here. So we need to do user is equal to, I think it's this get reference, and then we pass in data, whoops, and then user. Hey, Mr. DB3303. How's it going, buddy? How many Easter eggs have you eaten today? That's the question I'm going to ask everyone who joins. So, end of function 0 has eaten bunnies, Easter bunnies. I've had a bunch of Easter treats. Not necessarily Easter eggs, but like just chocolate related Easter produce. Only half. Yeah, how many of it? So I haven't eaten a full Easter egg. I've just eaten, like, you know, the mini eggs you get, and the cream eggs you get, and basically anything egg related that isn't an Easter egg I've eaten. Yeah, buzzing on that sugar. That's what I'm doing. So we got the user. We also have, so this is the active thing. So I guess at this stage what we do is we have order summary is equal to a new, whoops, new order summary. There we go. Right. So order summary, we're going to set the active as active. So that will be data. Whoopsie. Data active. Or did I call it status? I forget. No, it is active. That's fine. Okay. What's the next thing I need to do? Scroll, scroll, scroll. So we need to create a subscription based on the plan. Gotcha. And the plan is this one here. So we need to get the subscription. Plan is equal to this. Again, we get the reference. And this is, although, hang on a minute. No, now we're getting into individual subscriptions. So, all right, what I need to do then is for each data, and what's the thing? What did I call it? Subscriptions. That's what I called it. As subscription data. All right, so put that in there. Oh yeah, we need to set the customer, don't we? That's what we need to do. Set the customer to be the user. Good stuff. Active set customer. Then we do a persist. Okay, we can do a little check around this. So if is not, then continue. All right. Okay, so now we need to get the subscription. No, yeah, subscription plan. Of course we do. So let's do plan is equal to this. Get reference. And I've totally forgotten what it is. I think, yeah, it's this one, isn't it? It's that. And Strutalo, I get internal name. The internal name of these things, that's the price fixture. Oh, right. Okay. Okay, so that would be free. Or, hang on a minute. No, it wouldn't. What am I doing? It's not even that, is it? It's what I've called it here. It's plan. Silly me, sorry. So, let's get rid of that. We're in subscription data, and we're looking for the plan. What's the plan? Tell me the whole plan. Plan. Okay. Okay, so order summary, get the plan. How do we set the plan? Create a subscription order item. Deal with the start and the end dates. How do I set the plan? Where's the plan? Subscription plan. Where does that get set? How? Oh, here. Set plan. Set plan of the subscription. Okay, right, okay. Okay. That's fine then. So we need to do current subscription, or it doesn't need to be current. Subscription is equal to new subscription. Sorry, it's new subscription order item. There we go. We've got the start dates. In fact, I can probably just copy all of this, can't I? Yeah, let's just do that. Why make work for myself when I literally have it in the second pane? So let's paste that. And just change these two. And that's data period start, period end. Again, why make more work for us? So let's just use that. So we'll do period start, period start, period start. That's going to be period end. Good stuff. Okay, so that's set up. Okay, and then set the subscription to the order summary. So, how does that work? So we could either do it this way around, or we could do it the other way around. So subscription set order summary is order summary. Okay, still don't understand what's going on with the plan though. Then we have the price, which is the reference of price, so that's fine. We'll get that up here. Put that there. And sorry, is that the price? Yep. Yep. Price is price. We pass that into like so. Sorry, bear with me a second. Let's put that on charge. There we go. Right, okay, so price is price. Price is price. Price is price. We need to do a check on the price as well. Fat fingers. Okay, so we've got to set the price, got the subscription, got the start date, got the end date, adding it all to the order summary. That's all good. Then we do some persistence and we set the current plan to here. Oh, set the plan. There we go. This is what we need to do. Subscription, current plan, subscription. Where does subscription get instantiated? Subscription is new subscription. And I've got subscription is new. All right, we're going to change that to order item. There we go. I think that's correct. Hey Marco Dev, hey, how's it going? Sorry for being distracted with my own rubbish code. The new keyboard is good, thanks, Mr. Debo3. I'm still getting used to it. The weird thing for me is that there's no so like on the Magic keyboard, we have the arrow keys. We have specific arrow keys for the Magic keyboard. So with this, so up is shift, down is function 2, right is control, and left is function 1. Which is so weird because your up key is bigger than your down key. Because the shift key is bigger than the function 2. which is a bit weird. Also, there are other things like the command key for Mac is in a different place. It's like a key over. So yeah, I'm still my fingers rest in the natural Apple position. So I'm still trying to detrain. Anyway, Marco, we haven't asked, have we? How many Easter eggs have you had? Mr. DB303 has had half a Easter egg, and N function 0 has had chocolate bunnies. I have had a ton of Easter goodies, but no Easter egg itself. Sad. Someone needs to be in the lead. At the moment, it's Mr. DB303 with half an Easter egg. Did I add any Easter eggs to the code? Well, I've probably added a ton of things that's going to trip me up later on in the future. Ton of things that I've probably overlooked. A ton of maintenance overhead that I've added, and I've probably overcomplicated a bunch of stuff. So, probably. Oh, good. Added Easter eggs in the code. That's cool. That's cool. Right, so we've got the subscription set price here, subscription order data summary, order blah 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 blah. I'm trying to lose weight because I put on a lot of weight over the COVID season. I am 2 stone heavier than I was last year, which is shameful. So I am doing a lot of running with Murphy. He loves it. He runs and runs and runs like nobody's business. He's my English Springer Spaniel, if anybody doesn't know. And he's only like 18 months old, but he'll run like the clappers. Anyway, last week we did 3 runs over the course of the week, and I was able to lose a couple of pounds, which is great. But this weekend, oh man, yeah, that's going to go out the window. Okay, so here we go. We've got the start date here. We've got the start there and there. That's all good. We are setting the order summary. Down here, we're setting the price as well of the current subscription. This is where I was getting confused. We've got current subscription. That is something that we have to. That's the order item. But we also have the subscription. Excuse me. So we're going to set that up. We'll set it up here. Well, we'll set it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Subscription is equal to new subscription. And what I need to do. Ah, this is where we set the plan. I see now. That makes sense. Yes. See, my madness does make sense sometimes. So the subscription is the subscription that the user is currently on. The subscription order item is the order item of the subscription. So the subscription is the thing that they're currently on. So that's the new subscription. This is the plan, and we do subscription set plan, which is plan, obviously. And then also we do, it's gonna have to go down here, unfortunately, I think. So all of this down here, we set the order items up. this down here. Subscription is new subscription. We set the plan, which is great. We also do subscription set current. Now the current one is the order item. That's the link between the order item and the subscription. So the idea is that when the months roll on, and if the user hasn't renewed their subscription, then the current would be set to null, still keeping all the historical order items tied to the order summary. Yeah. So from a database point of view, we can look for we can look for the current subscriptions for the current user, the current subscription for the current user, and what we would do is we would query the subscription, find the current, and get the end date. Yeah. Okay, so let's save all these things. I guess that's probably the what we need to do now once this is all wired up, right? Okay, so we're gonna save the current. No. We gotta save. We saved the order summary first, right? So when we do up here, we set that to active. Set the customer. Set that to active, and then we do this. Manager, persisting the order summary. So this is going to build a blank order. So this manager flush. There we go. Okay, so that's that set. Now we create the order item, setting all the prices and stuff. Sorry, setting all the end and start dates and stuff. And also we set the current subscription. Have I set that? Have I done that? Current subscription is that. Sorry. Current script. Let's just call it the same thing because I'm getting confused. There we go. Right, so we got the current subscription and we're setting the order. There we go. One thing I'm not doing here is I'm not setting the price, which is weird. Anyway. Oh, no, we are doing it. We're doing it down here. Sorry. So that's what that is. Okay. And then we're saving that under this. There we go. And then we're creating the subscription, which I've created up there. That's fine. And we're setting the plan. Setting the plan. Yep. Which is there. We set the current, which is there. And then we persist it. Okay, cool. Right. Okay, give me a few minutes and I will, I just need to double check on Murphy MO. Give me a couple of minutes and I will be back. Okay, cool. So, Ever thought of about using something? Sorry, just reading the comments there. Marco's asking, ever thought of about using something like Python and OOP? Yep. I've done a lot of Python. I've done a lot of Python in the past. I've also created courses in Python with Pact Publishing. I created a clean coding course and a course on microservices. That was all OOP. We were using Flask for that, which was good. Okay, so right, let's kick this off, shall we? Let's see if we can actually build this. What we need to do, I suppose, is, because we're going to run all the fixtures again. So what we need to do is not do the subscription stuff in here. See, I'm looking at my keyboard because I'm not sure what the keys are. The right key is for that. Right, there we go. Because it's different. Okay, so I'm commenting out here, and we're going to go back into here, and we're going to run make db rebuild. So this will drop the database, and it will run the migration files, and then it will run all the fixtures. He says. Why is this taking so long? Here we go. There we go. I've seen a lot of messy Python code. So I don't think it's got anything to do with the language, Marco. You say PHP just got too messy and unorganized. Here we go. Undefined notice price. Undefined index, sorry, price. This is running off of the free subscriptions fixtures, which is what we're on, which is good. So, and you can see the user fixtures and the subscription fixtures happened first. That's fine. So this one, undefined index price, line 67. Okay, let's have a look. Line 67. Make a little bit of room, can't actually see what's going on. Line 67, that's up here. Data price. We are in for each subscriptions data price. Oh, hang on a minute. Have I not? I've not. For each. Hang on a minute. We're in a for each data user. Then we got subscriptions. Oh, sorry. Rats. Let's just get rid of that for a second. Right. I'm not using the right array, am I? That's okay. We could probably... Yeah, we could probably do this, because there's only one... is there? No, there's multiple order summaries. Okay, no, that's fine. So we do need to have a separate order summary for each one of these. So, with that being said, we should remove this, put it down into here. And this one in here too. Okay, so we've got your order summaries. That needs to be set to here too. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. That's the price, that's the order summary, that's the current subscription. This is the plan, which I'll have to tidy up in a minute. Alright. Errors are good. Let's see if we can get another one. That seems to have worked quite well. we'll get into the database, shall we? I didn't realize that would just... I thought we were going to hit some more errors. I'm a bit shocked by that, to be fair. Let's see if we can get into... Yay! See, I didn't have to look too hard on that shortcut key. Right, so let's do an eval. Where is my old... See, it's the... So, one thing that confuses me is the reverse search of bash. It's a different shortcut. It's a different finger position that I'm used to on the old Magic keyboard. Anyway, I want to do an eval. And also, I want to CD into here. And what am I trying to do? I'm trying to do... Yeah, see, I was going to do a reverse search then, but I pressed Command R rather than Control R. And it brought it to the top, which is not what I wanted to do. Anyway, so I need to do my SQL. We're going to dive in. We're going to do show tables. Oh, there we go. Show tables. Now we should see an order summary table. There we go. Let's grab that for a second. So if we did select all from order summary. There we go. We got our 3 orders. So our 3 orders. We haven't hooked up Stripe yet. We haven't hooked up pay date. We haven't hooked up the updated date, which I should do, and the created date needs to be changed too. Let's do that. Because at the moment the created date is today. So we need to change that somehow. So in the order summary, in here, can we do order summary set creation date? Now this is going to be, I guess it's going to be the start date, right? Yeah, of course it will be. So I'm going to move, I'm going to grab that for a second, and I'm going to put that up here. We'll refactor all of this in a minute. You know, we'll split all this out into functions and stuff. I just want to get something, well, you know, once it works, regardless of how dodgy. Ah, dear. Where is everything gone? There we go. Start date. Regardless of how dodgy it looks now, we'll refactor it. So we're going to set the creation date based on the start date of the period start. So now what we're going to do is do that again. And hopefully the creation dates will be different. Ah, must be an instance of date time, but a boolean is given. That's a lie. Start date. Set creation dates. What? That's weird. Set creation date. You're saying a boolean is given. Oh, the formats are wrong. Yes, the formats are wrong. Sorry. Actually, no. Oops. I'm gonna change the. I'm gonna change this to be that. I think that's right. I'm not sure whether that's a large year or it needs to be a small year. We'll see. Let's give it a go. purging that database. You do that. You purge it. Yeah, that seems to have worked fine. Okay, let's see. We were looking for these creation dates to be different. Excuse me. Okay, so they're not. They're all today. Why is that? It might be something to do with the lifecycle callback. Yeah, it might be something to do with that. I tell you what, let's try the updated date for a second. I reckon it could be that, you know. Oops. So that's the updated date worked. We've got, although no, that didn't work. That was awful. That was 0101 0102 010, but that's 002. That's not what. I think this needs to be lowercase y. I think. Try it again. And the creation date, I believe, gets automatically set whenever a record gets added into the database, which is a pain because I'm going to have to sort of almost to get around that. Whoops, is to do a resave. So add the record and then save it with the updated date. That's a pain. So here we go. 01, 02, and 03. That's great. But the creation dates are wrong. How would I get around that? I know why this is happening. It's because created date is running off of here we go, pre-date exists, so it's a callback. Pre-exists, it's setting that to here. I think what I need to do is a check. I need to do if this get creation date, so creation date instance of, hang on a minute, I could just do if that is equal to null, then set it. I think that's correct. Is it null by default? Let's see. Yes, it is. Oh, no, it's not. I'm not sure. Let's just try it out. I'm not sure. Damn it. Damn it. Okay, that didn't work. which that means it does need to be set by null to null. There we go. Yes. But this is a confusing one because it's null by default, but it's not null in the database because of the pre-persist method in lifecycle callback for Doctrine. It will always be set, but it will only be set if it isn't null. Right, let's try it again. Oh man, that's some confusing logic there. Looks like it's gone in okay. So let's check this out. So here we go, 01, 21, 03, sorry, 02. Yeah, that all went through okay. It's weird that it makes this one like the last one odd, isn't it? Anyway, and it's wrapping around, so that would be 2021. Okay, that's fine. I mean, I'm happy with that. As long as there's some distance in between, that's fine. So anyway, what we've got that now. The next thing is to look at this after. So that's the order summary that we've just dealt with. The order summary here. We've assigned it to a customer and we've set it to active. We've set the creation date and we've saved it. Next thing we're going to do is take a look at the order, the subscription order items. I just want to make sure that they're wired up. So let's go to, what was the table called, this one? So we're going to do select, we should only have 3 of these. Select all from here. No, it doesn't exist. Why does A? Hang on a minute. What? Subscription plan. Subscription free. Oh no, it doesn't exist, does it? No, because I'm using discriminators in Doctrine. It is actually order item. Yes, it's order item. So select all from order item. We should only have the 3, which we do, and the discriminators are subscriptions. Yay! So that's the ID. That is the price ID. They should all be relatively the same. That's correct. Then we have the order summary IDs. So they're the different IDs that we've just created. We've created only one of them, so there's a quantity of 1. So if you think of like an invoice, you would have your order summary, and then you would have your line items. So this would be a line item, this would be a line item, and that would be a line item. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Yes. Right, so then what else have we got? We've got updated date, that's fine. Period start and period end. So the period starts is 01, 21. Aha, that's the first one. That's the second one. That's the third one. That's when it stops. So that's 02, that's 03, that's 03, that's 04, that's 01, and that's 02. Okay, that seems good. What I should also do is go up a couple of times, go back into here a minute. We don't have the total, which is weird. It's weird because the total should be automatically calculated. When we run, we got set order summary. I think if we go set order summary here, order summary equals this, but when we do, whenever we do it the other way around, so we do order summary add item, get items, set items, add item, here we go, we do a calculation. So that's adding a single item to the order. We've done it the other way around. We for some silly reason. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can do it the other way. So the way that the calculation should work. So we do set price, and then we get rid of that for a second. Current subscription is the order item. I think what we need to do. Thing is, that's going to be null. That's a pain. Ideally, what we need to do, right? We need to do this: order summary, add item, current subscription. That's what we need to do, and then we would save the order item again. But I'm not sure if that's set up. I don't know if that's set up. Let's grab it. Let's try it. Let's remove that. I'm not sure if it's cascading or not. Sorry, I've totally messed up on my... Yeah, that's what I want. Down here. Down here. There we go. Comment this out. I'm not sure. I don't know. I am struggling with my keyboard today. There we go. Get rid of you. Right. So I don't know whether this cascades. Setting the on the order summary, we're setting the current subscription, and then we're doing a persistence. Adding the item should set the order summary, which is what it was doing beforehand, but this time it's doing the recalculation. Let's just give it a go. Why not? Yeah, what's the harm? What's the harm? Let's just run it again. Here we go. Oh, okay. That apparently has gone through okay. Fair enough. Right, let's have a look at the DB. Select all from order summary. Total is still 0. That's not entirely correct. Let's have a look at the order items. Okay. So, I mean, it looks like it's wired up, but it hasn't done the... It hasn't done the calculation. Otherwise... Oh, no! Sorry, it has done the calculation. We're on a free user. of course, and it would be 0. So, yeah. Okay, apologies, that has worked. Yes, because if we go up to the summary, the total will be 0 because it's free. What a moron. Okay, let's see now. We should be able to get rid of that then. I'm going to split these out into little functions, I think. So we're going to have create order summary, create subscription. Yeah, let's do that. So public function create order summary. It's going to return an order summary, and it's going to pass. We're going to pass in an array of data. So we'll scroll up to the top here, grab that, paste that in there. That's fine. Grab that. Okay, what does the order summary need? It needs the user, which we're getting up here. Okay. So we're gonna have user. Is that have I? Yeah, I have done that. Okay, so that's customer. There we go. That's the data that we're supplying, and we also have the start date as well. So that will be down here, running off of data, and then that will return order summary. Okay, that makes sense. Let's just format the code a bit, make it look a little nicer. Okay, so order summary is now this create order summary. We pass in the user that we've got at the top, plus we pass in the subscription data. There we go. Okay. We do a check on the price. We deal with that later. We don't need this because that's done. Let's deal with the current subscription now. So this is the order item. So we're going to do create. We won't call it current subscription, that's just too confusing. We'll do order item. Keep it nice and generic. So this will return an order subscription order item. In fact, we could go one step further than this. We can do, there is an interface I've created, order item interface. There we go, that's better. Refactoring, baby. So we create this. Then down here, we build this. Right, I'm going to do this one step at a time. Let's call this order item. So that's that one. We deal with the start. I'm going to copy that of this whole thing. We need the price. Price is calculated from up here. All right, let's grab that. Let's copy that. Bring it down. Bring it in here. So that's the order item. This is the data that we need. We need the price, we need the start date, we need the end date. Let's put those together. We've already got that. That's start date, that's end date. We add this into here, like so. Why is that having a... Oh yeah. Okay, that's fine. I don't think we need to do that. Okay, it's just PHP Stan will have a little bit of a cry, that's all. Order item, blah de blah de blah, and then what we do here. Sorry. Is we return the order item. Okay. Order item is create order item, passing in subscription data. Okay, so now we need to add the order item to here, and order this takes the interface. Sweet. Okay, now we do a persistence, so that builds that up. Next thing we need to do is create the subscription and associate it to here. So I'm going to follow the same pattern. We're going to just we'll just put it down in here. Public function create. Can't spell function. Think subscription. Subscription. What are you doing, moron? Subscription. Create subscription. It's going to return, surprise, surprise, a subscription. Lol. Okay. Scroll up to the top, and it's this, isn't it? We want that. Okay, so we're going to return subscription, and we need to deal with all these things. Oops. We need the order item, so this we're going to pass this in as the subscription order. No, we don't. We don't need to do that. Okay, so we need to pass in we'll pass in an array of data, pass that into here, like so. That's the plan, and then we return this. There we go. Okay, so that becomes this create subscription. Lol. Subscription data we pass through, and also what we do is we need to set the current subscription to the order item. There we go. And then we persist that. So yeah, I think that makes it's a little bit more readable. We create the order summary, we create the order item, and then we add the item to the order summary and we save. And then we create the subscription. We set the current subscription, which is the order item that we've just created, and then we save. Now obviously I need to do a couple of checks around this kind of stuff. But that's fine. That's fine. I'm sure PHP Stan will tell me what to do. I think that's good. It also makes this a little bit more manageable, because at the moment this is just free users, right? But I could create another one with which isn't free users. We'll have a go at that in a minute. Let me just see if this works. I've done a lot of code change and not a lot of running and checking. So let's do that. What's the betting this will fail? So that went through okay. Let's have a look. Nothing should have actually changed. So order summary, apart from the seconds and the minutes and everything. That's still 1, that's still 2, that's still 3. These are still free, that's fine. Let's have a look at the order items. And we've got quantities of 1. These are all fine. Yep, they marry up. And then we've got 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and 4. They're good. We really should deal with the created dates on these things as well. Let me do that now. So where we've got create subscriptions, we should also do, no, not that one, sorry. Create order item. That's the start date, that's the end date. We should also do set creation date based on the start date. Because at the moment you see these are all the same, which doesn't make any sense because we're setting these in the past and we're saying, well, you've created it this date, so that doesn't make any sense. So let's quickly run that whole thing again. So all we're doing today is just building up test data. That's all I'm doing. Just building up test data, and then eventually what I'll do is build the front end for this. So this in your account section. So one will be able to see, if I was to log in with this particular user, the current subscription status as well as the previous orders. Now I know that we're using free on here, but I'm going to change it in a minute. Right, so all these dates should have changed. Yep. That's 1, that's 3, and that's 2. That's good. They should marry up with that. So that's, sorry, this one. 2, 1, 1, 3. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's change this up now, because the only thing that should change now is the data. Right? So I'm gonna let's rename this a minute. It's a bit more refactoring. Let's do subscription fixtures. There we go. Shortcut conflicts. Marvelous. Right. Okay. Anyway, so that's the free user. We're going to do one which is a paid user now. So we'll copy this. Okay, so our user is, we go into the user fixtures in here. Oh yeah, I can get rid of all of this rubbish now, can't I? We're going to do a monthly user. Where's the monthly user? Monthly test 1. Here we go. So that's the monthly plan. We'll do it on the same dates, that's fine. You know, I'm not worried at this stage. Subscription, well no, let's do 02. We will do different dates, just by a day. Now, That's not going to work, is it? Because there's no... no, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. So this is the subscription monthly. That should be monthly. Like that. Same deal here, because they haven't gone backwards. It's just this. And the pricing fixtures. I'm wondering if we've got the plan, can we get the price? I reckon we can. Okay, I reckon we can, but let's get this running first and then I'll do that. Otherwise I'm going to screw everything up. Let's go to... What am I looking for here? I'm looking for price fixture. Price fixture is on monthly 20. So if we go to user fixtures down here, these are just made up numbers, by the way. So that would be 20 here, 20 there, and 20 there. All right, hit save. Now run this. We should have another load. So we now should have 6 entries into here. Okay, reference to monthly testing user does not exist. Right. Oh, it needs to be user underscore. Okay. Fair enough. Let's give that a go. That seems to have worked. So let's go into the DB again. We're going to select all from order summary. We should have 6. Yes, we do. We have 6. And you can see that the pricing has changed. The total. It's weird how it's not in any particular order, is it? Well, it's in the order of the... I see it's in the order of the ID, and the ID is a UID, so there we go. That's why it's not in like chronological order. That's fine. So 20 is good. Now, we should also check... Sorry. We should also check the order items. There should be 6. And also, we should... Something that we haven't actually checked yet is subscription. There we go. So we've got 6 subscriptions. And these are the current ones. So 32. Is that right? Is that the right thing? That isn't the right thing, is it? No, that isn't correct. That isn't correct. I should have seen this before. Damn. No, this isn't right. No, not at all. That should be outside of... Yeah. Yeah, it should be outside of this loop and put down into this loop. There should only ever be 1 subscription. Yeah, a user should only have 1 subscription. So subscription, create subscription. Subscription data. Now that's coming out of the loop. Oh dear. Alright, hang on a minute. This is where it all falls apart. We need the plan. Okay, I see. And the plan is in here. Yeah, this is where it's all gonna get a little bit messy, I think. My Apple Watch has just told me time to stand. Really? I've been standing for hours. Okay, how am I going to solve this then? How am I going to solve this? We've got for each one of these. Okay, I think what we need to do. I think we need to do it the other way around. Sorry. I think we need to do this. So we're creating the subscription plan in the first loop. What we should do is let's decouple this. Let's break this up a bit. So what we're doing here is we need to create a new subscription, and then we set the plan for each subscription, because it could change, right? So one month it could be a monthly, next month they could go, actually I want to do a full year, or they might downgrade to free, but they'll only ever get one subscription. And the subscription changes based on the order item that they've decided upon. So yeah, let's get rid of that for a second. And this. We get the plan, and then subscription, sorry, go on, set plan, that needs to go obviously below that. And then we deal with the order summary and the order item. In fact, let's put this together. That goes down here. Like that. And this then saves. So we do a save down here. Yeah, so there should only ever be there should only ever be 2 subscriptions in that database table, because there's 2 users and they can't have a monthly plan and a yearly plan running at the same time. Oh, teething problems. That's what it is. I mean, there's nothing in the code to prevent them to do that. I mean, I'll have to think about whether or not I should put in any kind of unique constraint or anything. I don't know. Anywho, subscription plan, we set the plan, we set the current to the order item that we've just got here, and then we persist the subscription. So there's... Yeah, so we're persisting the subscription each time. So what I'm doing here is I'm saying we're going to create the subscription plan. Is that current? Is that... I just want to check. Is that... if we scroll up, current is nullable. It's not nullable, sorry. True looked like false then. False looked like true. No, that's fine, I think. So that is my check. So there always needs to be a plan, whether it's a free plan or not. Yeah, alright, that makes sense. Anyway, let's run this. I think that's right. I think the magic is that putting this outside the loop. Let's see. I'm doubting myself. No. Undefined index. Oh, hang on a minute. Is that because I have just set that? That needs to be subscription data, surely. There we go. Let's give it another go. So we should only ever see two items in this subscription, because there's only 2 subscriptions, because I've only dealt with 2 users. Okay, so, hey, it made sense to me when I was drawing out the ERD, so there we go. That's awesome. So we now have 2 subscriptions based on 2 different plans. You can see that they're different IDs. We also need to deal with the we need to deal with the created dates on these things too. Now this is where it gets a little bit messy. So that's the plan, that's the current. Maybe what we should do is we should do, instead of create subscription, let's do update subscription. And we pass in the subscription that we wish to update. Yeah. Which is that. And then also we do... oh, yeah, sorry. We also need to do... Scroll to about here. We also need to pass in the order item. Scroll down. Order item interface, passing that in. Because that's the current thing. And we could also do something even awesome. We could do subscription, set creation date, run it from the order item, get... it's an interface, it doesn't have that. Damn. Let's just change that to... subscription order item. So we got the order item here. That is then get creation date. Sweet. I think that works okay. Yeah. So we could do subscription is equal to this. Update subscription plan. We pass in subscription, and we pass in the order item, and we pass in the array, which is the subscription data. Just, you know, we're passing in the arrays because, you know, in the future we might do other things. So I know that we could have just passed in the plan, but I think that's probably, it will help in the future. PHP Stan isn't going to like this one bit, but that's fine. I can deal with that. Okay, let's see if we can get this running. So basically, the subscription is just going to constantly update itself. So one thing I wanted to do was change the creation dates of these things. So let's try that. So it should be the start date of the last order item. Hopefully this works. Looks good. Let's do let's apply that change, and let's have a look. That's cool. Yeah, third. That one was the first of the third. That one was the second of the third. Brilliant. That's great. That is so good. We'll also change the updated date too, I think. Yeah. With the other fixtures, I haven't really bothered with dates because there's no need. But with the order and the billing, there is, you know, a definite requirement for having a billing date, having an order date, having a subscription date. There's a lot of date work. So at this stage, I'm just getting the data in a sensible. Here we go. No, that hasn't worked. Again, is that because of the I reckon that's because of the lifecycle callbacks as well. Okay, I'm gonna have to take a look at that later on. I think I'm gonna have to love you and leave you, and I do hope everybody has a great rest of your Easter weekend. Thanks everyone for holding on and watching the stream. I do appreciate that. I'm gonna go and chill out and have some beers. It's nice and sunny. I'm in shorts and flip-flops. I've got cold beers in the fridge. It's going to be a good afternoon. And we've made a significant amount of progress. Thank you ever so much, everybody. Happy coding, everybody. Take care. Cheers. Bye-bye.